excellence, we are sometimes required to find the mean or the standard deviation based on other pieces of information that is given to us. To do this, we are needed to use the formula that's given at the top of the formula sheet, which is this one here. Sometimes we will acquire using simultaneous equations, and sometimes it will involve just the straight use of the formula. Let's look at a couple of examples. The first example we're going to look at is trying to find the standard deviation. Let's look at this question here. The amount of time it takes to change a nappy is normally distributed with a mean of 40 seconds. The worst 20% of nappies take longer than 60 seconds to change. What is the standard deviation? The first thing we want to do is draw a diagram to represent this information. We know we're after the worst 20% of nappies, so that would be here. We need to work out the Z value for this. The Z value is a value along the bottom here, where the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. So we want to find this Z value here. We're going to do this on our calculator. First thing we need to do is go into the main menu, then to stat mode. We want to go into distributions, normal, inverse normal. To find the Z value for this particular question, the tail is on the right, the area is 0.2. So for all Z values, the standard deviation is 1 and the mean is 0. To work it out, we just press execute. So now we can see the Z value is 0.842. So now that we know what the Z value is, so we can put this into the formula. So we're going to swap out the Z with 0.8416. So the X value is the value that it's more than, so in this case it's 60. And we know from the question that the mean is 40. Now that we have all this information, we can put it into our calculator to solve, or we could solve it manually. To solve this equation, we go into the main menu, we go into equations, and solver. We can then type in the equation that we've got. So we've got 0.841 equals, which you get by pressing shift equals. Because we've got more than one thing happening on the top line of the fraction, we want to put it into brackets. Divided by the standard deviation. We can use any letter to represent the standard deviation. So we'll just use A. We then press execute. We need to remember to press the solve button. This gives us a standard deviation of 23.8 minutes.